Come on. Come on, get out of the grass. Come on, get out of the grass. Get out of the grass. Get out of the grass, son. There we go. There we go. All right. Little guy here. Little guy to start the day this morning. Can't complain, that is for sure. I'll take him. Man, oh man. Got him on the popper here. Let's see if we can get these hooks out of him. Hang on a sec, folks. Man, that was a... Did he come off? No, he's still there. No, little guy swiped at it here. No, little guy swiped at it. There we go. Come here, guy. Come here. There we go. No, little guy. Outstanding. Outstanding. Oh, is this gonna pop right out? I hope so. Hang on a second. Well, good morning, folks. Talk about a way to start off the day. I already got 2 fish here in the boat and I caught them on a popper. Obviously, that's a different bait than I was throwing if you watched the last video. I had a lot of hookups in the last video on the frog, speed worm, and one on the spinnerbait. But I lost a lot of fish. And I had been going back to those same spots the last couple mornings and the bite had kind of died for me. But yesterday afternoon, a buddy of mine who lives on this lake that I live on, I got back from an appointment. He messaged me. He was like, hey, you want to go out for a couple hours? So we went out yesterday evening. He picked me up on his Ranger. I brought my frog, my speed worm, and my underspin. And he was throwing a popper. I didn't catch a fish, but he boated 5 and about 16, 17 pounds, the biggest being about 6. And he was able to work that popper a lot slower than the frog. Too, obviously the treble hooks help with the hookup ratios. So that's what I tied on yesterday evening and I'm throwing this morning to catch those 2 fish on this morning. Different conditions than yesterday afternoon. It was windy, it's slick calm here. But we're gonna continue to throw that popper. We're gonna run back to another side of the lake here and see if we can't get on some more and hopefully some big oars, because you know that lunker, that big fish, it's only 1 cast away, so stay tuned. Tell you what, guys, every time I turn off the chesty, I get hit. And this guy got foul hooked. I don't know if I'll get him in the boat here. This guy got foul hooked when he swiped at it. That's one way to catch him. Oh yeah, stop being feisty here, guys. Stop being feisty. Look, got him right on the fin. There we go. Another little guy here. Yeah, I think they're getting smaller. But every time I turn this camera off, I get hit. So maybe that's the key. Let's keep at it. That last fish came from right there underneath those bushes in really shallow water. There's a couple of rocks down there he was sitting on. But what I'm doing is pretty simple. I'm just casting up there next to some, here's the bushes, but really it's been the grass most of the morning and the pads. And I'm letting the wrinkles, the ripples disappear, and I'm just slowly working this thing back. And I'm trying to walk it more than I am really trying to pop it. But I choose the popper for this, 1, because I got smoked on it yesterday. And then 2, you know, the walking bait, a lot of times you gotta move it a whole lot faster to walk it. Not always, depends on the brand. But this one here, I can work it pretty slow, which has been seen to be the key. Come on, Big Bertha. All right, folks, as you can see, we're now in a different spot of the lake. This has got a lot of dollar pads, coontail mixed in here, milfoil. And if you noticed, if you watched my last video, in the back here is where I caught, well, I didn't catch him, it came off, but a good sized fish on the frog. And yesterday I was out, this is where that's, you know, about 6-pounder was caught back over here. So the fish are in here and hopefully we'll be able to pull 1 or 2 out of this vegetation here. Oh man, there's a bait fish. Oh no, that's a baby bass about 6 inches long down below me there. Sweet. There's bait back here. There's gotta be a big bass. course, what did I say? There's gotta be one in here. But I gotta get him out of these pads here. Come on. Oh, that's a good bass. Come here, out of the pads, come on. He's got pads with him, but it looks like he's hooked pretty good. Where are you going, fishy? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, son. Come here. I don't want to lose you. There we go. Oh, I'm doing a terrible, no, out of the trolling motor. There we go. There we go. What did I say? There's got to be a big bass in these pads. And sure enough, son. Sure enough. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Whew. Beautiful fish here, beautiful fish. All right, let me get the scale out and weigh her for you guys, because that's what we do here. Hang on a second. Zeroed out, let's weigh this puppy. What do we got here? 414, 414. Not a bad fish at all. I'll take it, almost a 5, outstanding. Outstanding. Let's get her back in the water. Well, there's number 5 this morning. Another little guy came right next to the buoy, swiped at it. Let's see if we can get him in here. Let's see if we can't get him in here. There we go. Oh, yep. Swiped at it again, but that's number 5 here in the boat. A bunch of little folks and that one big mama. But definitely, they're definitely eating this morning, eating the topwater. That's not even a keeper, I don't think. If it's 12 inches, it's close. That should go. Woo! Outstanding. But that came right next to that buoy there, which is where I would expect it to be here. There's a lot less grass right here in this part of the lake. And this is right off the main lake. It's a little pocket. So if they're up shallow off the main lake, they'll be right in here, which is where that guy was. Now, problem I'm gonna have is, yeah, well, I jacked that up, folks. Let me go get my bait here. It's stuck here on the buoy. This is gonna be fun. Gonna be fun. There we go. Oh, he came off. Come on. He came off. He came off. He came off. Let's get back in there and see if he'll pop again. I knew coming to these pads should have some fish in them. Come on. Come on. Man. First one that's really been missed today. I think it was a bluegill pop on the back of this thing earlier, but so far I haven't missed any fish today, but he swiped at it and didn't fully get it. Guess we got one on here. Whatever it is, it's little. How about that? Got a baby bass. Baby bass. I'm gonna snag a picture of this guy here on the it's almost quarter the size of him. Crazy, man. Crazy. So a little guy's living up here in this coontail. You're not very old. No, you're not. Off you go. There we go. Out of the pads. Come on, out of the pads. Come on. come here. Come here. Come here. Stay on, stay on, stay on. There we go, that's another solid fish, another solid fish. There we go, out of the pads again. That seems to be the best pattern. Oh, 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 oh. I have to get the pliers for this one, but there we go. Better than the last one, that little dink. There we go. I'll take it. Off you go. Boom. All right, folks, we're gonna run back to my side of the lake where I live on. We're gonna run that stretch again that we fished this morning, and then we'll see from there. But stay tuned. We're gonna. You'll see me in a second, but it'll be a couple of minutes for me. Stay tuned. All right, folks. Well, made it back to the first stretch we started on early this morning. But we're going reverse direction. We're going the opposite direction. We caught two in this general area, so over the top of this grass. This is milfoil. A little different than most of the fish we were catching around the pads, but they were in here because we had those 2 bites, and we're going to keep working and see if we can get bit here. The good thing we have going through, we got this cloud cover, so this topwater bite should definitely still be on. And who knows, maybe because of the cold night they weren't turned on yet, and they'll get turned on here in a second. But we'll keep working and we'll find out. There we go. There we go. He hit it. That's not a, come on. That's not a bass though, unfortunately. That's a chain pickerel. Gotta mess with this guy and his teeth. Not quite what we want, but man, he slammed it. Talk about an explosion there. That was cool. All right. I don't know why I did that. I don't want to get my finger hooked. All right, folks. Man, now look what he did. He's hooked on both spots here. All right, hang on. Let me get these cameras off and deal with this guy here. That was right out the boat. There we go. Come here. Come here. Come here. I was about to check my camera, make sure it was on, and he came up and choked it. There we go. Not a bad guy here at all. Ooh, don't want my... Came right out. Sweet, 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 sweet fish. Back you go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I was literally, you saw my head there. Screen probably went black because I was checking the camera there, and boom, he hit right at the boat on that little grass clump right there. That's where I cast it to. I figured there was one there. He'd be sitting on that grass clump. So sweet. Well, we got a chain pickerel and a bass here on this stretch here before I gotta go let the dogs out. But you know, that's a good sign. I'm gonna fish this grass over here too, because that is a good sign. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just dropped the power pole on the slip here. About to go inside. I want to wrap up the video, but I want to show you guys what I was using. I should probably do more of this, but I was using a KVD Splash bone color. This is my absolute favorite topwater of all time. On a tournament about 3 or 4 years ago, I won with almost 22 pounds on a bait. This bait right here. Well, not this exact one, but one just like it. It's my favorite topwater popper of all time. I love it. I'm throwing it on a medium power, extra fast tip Mojo bass rod from St. Croix, their topwater rod, and then my old trusty loose Speedspool LFS. I've used it for years, a lot of wear and tear on it, but it's my topwater rod, and it definitely gets the job done. Oh yeah, throwing 30-pound braid. If you guys will watch them, I wasn't really popping this popper very heavy though. I was using, I was more trying to walk it, and that seemed to trigger the strikes. You know, I was throwing over the top of the grass, the milfoil, some coontail that one came out of, and then around the pads. That big fish came out of the pads. That was almost 5 pounds. So that's a great fish. I love catching that one. All the other fish, and what I boat, 7 or 8. That chain pickerel doesn't count. They were probably, most of them were between 2 to 3 pounds. I would guess. I didn't weigh them, but I mean, decent fish. They weren't dinks by any means, except for a couple. Oh, hello, bunny rabbit. You gonna say hello? All right, just got distracted there. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know the deal. I'm going to Missouri at the end of the week. Hopefully get on bull shoals, but they're supposed to get snow tonight, so we'll see. May have to wait a week or so before I can actually get out there to weather warms up. But again, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys out there next time. Remember, our lunker's one cast away.